friends, it's Esther here on Keeping House, and we're going to continue today with the comprehensive cleaning plan that makes me feel like my house is always clean. This week we're going to be talking about the first week of every month, the chores I do in that first week. You see, I spread my chores out. You've seen my daily chores and the chores I do every week, but now we're going to talk about the chores I do less frequently than that. Most of these I do once a month. Some of them I do twice a month. You'll see as we progress. You're going to get a little sneak peek today as I show you the Tuesday card. And I want to show it to you because I want to start to show you how to create these cards. So as I go through them, you'll see that I have a code for every room in the house. This is what helps me know what I'm cleaning. So it may be that I sweep some rooms every week or twice a week, but other rooms I may only sweep twice a month or even once a month. And so this shows me not just that I'm sweeping, but which rooms I'm sweeping. The reason I do that is because different rooms get different foot traffic in my house. So the rooms like the kitchen and the two rooms by the doors, they're dirty all the time. We take our shoes off in those areas, there's food. So I sweep those twice a week. You saw that in my video last week. But you're going to start to see the less frequent of those things and start to understand why. For every person, it's going to be different. You do different things. You may keep your shoes on in your house, and you may need to sweep and vacuum more often than I do. And that's totally fine. What you need to figure out is what's the consistency in your house. I also do things like spot sweeping and spot vacuuming because I have a 1-year-old and sometimes there's just smashed Cheerios all over the place and I gotta get it cleaned up, and it's not part of my normal routine. So you have to know what those things are for you. But as you've heard me say, and I'm gonna keep ringing this bell, I like to do my chores as infrequently as possible to keep things as clean as possible with the least amount of work possible. You're going to hear me say this over and over again because it is the philosophy that helps me keep my house clean, not spend too much time cleaning, but have it feel clean all the time. So think about those codes for the rooms in your house. I also used color coding. That might work for you, it might not, but I'm excited to see what does. Please leave me comments below so that I can see what you're doing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and pass this along to friends who you think it might help. The only chore I do on Monday is cleaning the kitchen trash can and diaper pail. They get so nasty with food and coffee grounds. I clean the floor underneath, the wall behind, and the whole trash can so that it doesn't get so nasty you want to throw your garbage can away. The only chore I do on Tuesdays is wiping out the burner pans. I do not scrub them, I do a wipe out, and I wipe around underneath them on the stovetop as well. I use this scrub sponge, but I don't do my whole SOS pad soaking thing. I just get everything that will come off easily in the water with one little wipe around. Wednesdays, I wipe down the dining room table, the bench, and the chairs. I totally forgot on my weekly chores that I do the dining room table every single week on Wednesdays. Make sure to throw your dish rag in the laundry after this chore. Thursday is all about the bathrooms. First, I clean both of the sinks and the counter in the upstairs bathroom. I make sure to get as much off of the metal parts as I can. I first scrub down with a sponge, then I wipe down with a wet microfiber cloth, and then I dry it down with a dry microfiber cloth. My house just feels cleaner to me when the sinks and counters sparkle. Second chore on Thursdays is cleaning the shower. And yes, I do only clean the shower once a month. It's not my favorite chore, so I try to do it as infrequently as I can. I use the same sponge and cloths as I did on the sinks and counter, and I try to get all that nasty residue off of all the metals. And I work from the top down. I spray the shower down just like this after every single shower I take so that soap scum doesn't build up. Last but not least, chore number 3, I clean the toilets. I don't use the same sponge that I used on the sinks and counter because I don't want cross-contamination the next time I clean them. I use a sponge for 2 months on dishes, then I demote it for 2 months for sinks and counter and shower, and then I demote it for 2 months for the toilet, and then it gets thrown away. I do use the same microfiber cloths, then they go into the laundry and I take a shower. That's right, Friday and Saturday are a freebie. One quick and easy chore on Sundays, I clean out the dryer vent. This gets your clothes dry faster. Alright, so those are the chores I do the first week of every month. You can see how they don't add a lot of time to my daily chores. They can be as simple as cleaning out the dryer vent, which takes like 30 seconds, or as complicated as cleaning out the burner pans, but even that, like less than 5 minutes. So it doesn't add a lot of time. There are some bigger chores. We'll talk about those later, but for the most part, it's just a little bit more to get it all done and keep it clean, not too often. One thing, as you've been brainstorming about those codes for your rooms, remember that some things can kind of double up. So if you have like main floor bathroom is MB, and you have a kid named Matt, hi Walter, and Matt's bedroom is MB, like you'll kind of have to figure that out. I do the bedrooms as just W for Walter, or that sort of thing. But kind of think through those things so you don't find yourself being like, wait, what room is this supposed to be? So I hope you have fun with this project, and I hope you find it helpful. Have a blessed day.